What if the secret to unlocking your inner power was never hidden in temples, books, or mantras, but quietly resting beneath your own skin? What if everything you've been seeking, courage, balance, and unshakable calm, was waiting to be awakened by a simple touch? On your knee? For centuries, mystics spoke of sacred points within the human body, hidden doors that connect the physical to the unseen. In ancient healing traditions, these points weren't just about relieving pain. They were about releasing memory, emotion, and energy buried deep within the body's map. And somewhere within this map lies a forgotten gate, right at your knee. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your body as a landscape drawn by divine hands. The bones are mountains, the veins are rivers, and between them flow currents of light. The ancients believed that at the intersection of these rivers, just below the kneecap, lies a point that governs endurance, both physical and emotional. In Chinese medicine, it's called ST36 or Zusanli, the leg 3 miles point. They said pressing it could give you the strength to walk 3 extra miles when your body was ready to give up. But beyond its medical purpose, something deeper stirs there. The Japanese monks who practiced Shugendo, the path of spiritual asceticism, spoke of this point as the Earth Star Gate, a grounding source that reconnects you to the pulse of the planet itself. They would kneel upon the earth, gently press this spot and breathe, as if whispering, "I am here. I belong. I am strong." Can you imagine how powerful that is? To realize that your body carries its own temples, that your strength isn't lost, it's only forgotten. That when life feels heavy, when you doubt your worth or direction, you could touch this one point and remember who you are. Now take a slow breath. Run your fingers just below your kneecap, about 4 finger widths down, slightly to the outside of your shin bone. That's the ancient gate. Press gently but firmly. Don't think of it as a muscle. Think of it as a memory, an ancient code waking up. Breathe in deeply through your nose. And as you exhale, imagine a soft golden light rising from your knee to your heart. Feel that quiet pulse. That's not imagination, that's your inner map responding. The body remembers what the mind forgets. Every scar, every ache, every shiver holds a story, and when you press the right point, the story unfolds. You begin to remember the strength you once had, the kind that doesn't shout, the kind that endures. Across old scriptures, this same wisdom echoes in different names. In the Vedas, it was the Marma point of stability. In Taoist texts, it was called the gate of vital wind. Even the Greek physician Hippocrates hinted that the knee governs vitality, for it bears both the burden and the will. Different words, same truth. The knee is where the earth and spirit meet, where motion becomes meaning. So why the knee? Because every step you take, every path you walk, depends on it. It is the joint of movement, the bridge between surrender and persistence. When you honor this point, you're not just healing a muscle. You are awakening the part of you that refuses to break. Try it now, just for a few seconds. Press that spot again and whisper softly to yourself, "I am stronger than I remember." You may feel warmth, a pulse, or even a gentle tingling. That's energy responding, not in a mystical sense, but in a very real physical one. Your nerves, your blood, your breath, all realigning to the rhythm of balance. Strength isn't about pushing harder, it's about reconnecting. And sometimes that reconnection begins in the most unexpected place, the quiet press of a fingertip on your knee, while the world rushes by, unaware that something ancient just awakened within you. So, before we go deeper into this hidden system within your body, tell me, where are you watching this from? Type your name and city in the comments below. And if this story already made you feel something, even a slight spark of calm or strength, help us reach 10,000 subscribers by sharing this video with a friend who needs it. Visit our channel Beyond the Figure for more explorations like this, and if you have your own story, share it in the comments. I might create a full video around your experience. This is not just a video, it's a journey back into your body's wisdom. And it starts right here on your knee. When you pressed that point beneath your knee, something subtle began to stir, not just in your body, but in your field of awareness. You may have felt a small warmth, or perhaps a quiet stillness. That wasn't random. That was energy, ancient, intelligent, and alive. Every cell in your body carries a charge. Tiny electrical impulses pass through your nerves, guiding movement, thought, even emotion. But beyond those measurable sparks, there's another current, a softer vibration that mystics called life force, chi, prana, or spiritus. Science now describes it in other terms: bioelectricity, the human energy field, electromagnetic resonance. But the essence is the same. It's the silent intelligence that organizes life. Your body isn't just made of matter. It's made of flow. Modern researchers like Dr. Beverly Rubik, one of the pioneers in biophysics, call this the biofield, an energy system that extends beyond the skin, constantly exchanging information with your surroundings. When you touch a specific point like ST36, you're not just pressing the skin, you're stimulating that entire network. You're sending a signal through your nervous system that travels up to your brainstem, to the vagus nerve, and down again through the pathways that regulate calm, digestion, and emotional balance. In simpler words, one press can remind your body how to rest, heal, and trust again. Ancient physicians somehow knew this without machines or microscopes. In the Yellow Emperor's classic of internal medicine, a 2,000-year-old Chinese text, it is written, "When the rivers of energy are blocked, the spirit becomes weary. When they flow, the body becomes light." Those rivers were what we now recognize as nerve lines, fascia, lymph, living highways of energy and information. It's astonishing, isn't it, that modern neurobiology and ancient mysticism are finally describing the same thing with different languages. Now imagine this. Your knee point. Dusanli connects directly to the stomach meridian, but in a larger sense, it's also linked to your solar plexus, the energetic center of self-confidence and willpower. When that center weakens, you might feel anxious, tired, or disconnected. But when it's reactivated, you feel centered, quietly powerful. And that's exactly what happens when you awaken the flow beneath your knee. In her book, The Body Electric, Dr. Robert O. Becker wrote, "Our bodies are electric first, chemical second. Healing is a process of restoring that current." Think about that. Healing as reconnection, not force, not control, but alignment. So when you gently press this knee point, your touch becomes a key. It unlocks a door in the nervous system that tells the body, it's safe now. You can relax. You can repair. Your heart rate slows. Your breath deepens. Your digestive rhythm stabilizes. And silently, your energy begins to rearrange itself. It's not just theory. Studies in acupressure therapy have shown that stimulating this point can regulate blood flow, improve immune response, and even reduce anxiety. But there's something that research doesn't measure: the emotional wave that follows. People often report feeling lighter, clearer, or as if a weight just fell off. That's the subtle energy rebalancing itself, the part of you that remembers harmony. You see, energy doesn't just move through the body, it listens to you. It responds to attention, breath, and intention. That's why every ancient healing tradition, from the Vedic Marma Shastra to Japanese Reiki, combined touch with awareness. Because where awareness goes, energy flows. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel your feet rooted on the ground, your spine tall, your shoulders soft. Bring your attention back to that point beneath your knee. And this time, don't just press it, breathe into it. As you exhale, imagine a small wave of golden light radiating outward, through your legs, your hips, and up into your chest. Each pulse, each breath reawakens your inner current, the part of you that never gave up. You are not reviving something broken. You are remembering something whole. This realization that energy is not mystical but natural changes everything. It bridges the invisible with the measurable, the spiritual with the biological. It reminds us that healing isn't something that happens to you. It's something that happens through you, when your body and spirit start speaking the same language again. So the next time you feel exhausted, anxious, or lost, remember this hidden science. You don't need to look outside for strength. You only need to touch what's already alive within you. Before you begin, pause for a moment. This isn't just a technique, it's a sacred act. A conversation between you and the deeper intelligence of your body. You're not here to force energy. You're here to listen to it. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. You can sit on the floor with your back straight or in a chair with both feet flat on the ground. Let your hands rest loosely on your thighs. Now close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. Feel the air entering your lungs, expanding your ribs. Hold it for a second. Then exhale gently through your nose. Do this 3 times just to arrive here, fully. Now gently bend one knee, bringing it slightly closer to you. With your thumb, locate the soft area below your kneecap, about 3 finger widths down and 1 finger width to the outside of your shin bone. This is Zusanli, also known as ST36, the ancient point of inner strength. In Chinese medicine, it was called the point of longevity, believed to awaken life force and resilience. The samurai pressed this point before long journeys, monks before meditation, healers before prayer. Place your thumb there and begin to press slowly, not hard, not soft, just firm enough to feel a mild ache or warmth. Hold it, now breathe. With every breath in, imagine you are inhaling strength. With every breath out, imagine you are releasing fear. Continue this cycle for 1 minute. Breathe in courage, breathe out doubt. You may notice a subtle tingling or pulsing beneath your thumb. That's your nervous system responding, awakening. Let it happen naturally. In his book, The Web That Has No Weaver, Dr. Ted Kapchuk describes this as the moment when energy remembers its path. He explains that these ancient points aren't mystical switches. They are communication nodes, where the electrical and emotional systems of the body intersect. So when you press Zusanli, you're not adding energy. You're allowing it to speak again. Now switch to your other leg and repeat the same process. Press the same point and once again breathe. You can even whisper silently, I am grounded. I'm strong, because words carry vibration. And vibration, as physicist Dr. May Wan Ho once wrote in The Rainbow and the Worm, is the foundation of all living coherence. Your cells listen, your breath teaches, your intention reshapes. After pressing both knees, rest your hands on your thighs again. Notice the afterglow, a quiet hum spreading from your legs to your abdomen, perhaps even your chest. This is your body's internal current flowing, the gentle reawakening of your life force. Now take your attention to your solar plexus, the area just above your navel. This is the energy center linked with courage, decision, and willpower. If you feel weak, uncertain, or emotionally drained, it often means this area is underactive. So as you breathe, visualize a small golden flame there, steady, warm, alive. Each breath you take feeds that flame. Each exhale clears away what dims it. Stay with this image for a few moments, breathing slowly, letting the warmth grow. You are recharging your inner core, not with fantasy, but with awareness. When ancient Taoist masters practiced this, they believed that energy followed 3 steps: awareness, breath, motion. First you see the energy, then you breathe into it. And finally, it moves through you, realigning the body's rhythms with the pulse of life itself. Now gently open your eyes. Sit quietly for a minute. You might feel a bit light or deeply calm. Both are signs that your body has entered a state of repair. If you wish, take a sip of water afterward. Energy moves better in a hydrated body. If you practice this daily, even for 5 minutes, you may notice subtle changes. A steadier mood, less fatigue, stronger digestion, and a quiet confidence that doesn't shout, but simply is. That's your true power, awakened, not demanded. And here's something beautiful. In the Tao of Natural Breathing, Dennis Lewis wrote, "Every breath is a bridge between the seen and unseen. To breathe with awareness is to touch the divine within the human." That's what you've just done. You've touched that bridge through a single point on your knee, so tell me, when you pressed that spot, what did you feel? Warmth, a pulse, or maybe a quiet sense of calm spreading outward? Write your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you're watching this right now, Pause and let me know, which city are you in? And what time of day is it where you're watching from? Your stories help others realize they're not alone on this path. Before we move further, remember, this practice isn't just about the knee. It's about relearning how to speak with your body, how to listen to its whispers before they turn into cries. That's where true strength begins. For centuries, healers believed the human body was a living constellation, every point a star, every touch a ripple of light. To them, pressing a single spot on the knee was never a random act. It was a dialogue with the universe itself. And if you listen closely enough, the dialogue still continues inside you. Ancient records from China, Egypt, and even Greece speak of a shared belief that certain points on the body could unlock reservoirs of power hidden deep within. The Greeks called them pneuma gates, the Chinese called them chi nodes, and Egyptian healers drew them as spirals on their temple walls. All pointed to one truth: the body carries maps that the mind has forgotten. In the book The Body Electric, Dr. Robert O. Becker wrote that our entire system is an intricate electrical network, capable of self-repair when the current is allowed to flow. When you press a point like Zusanli, that small place below your knee, you're not just pressing muscle or skin. You're reminding your body of its blueprint. You're reopening a circuit that may have gone silent through years of tension, fear, or unprocessed emotion. That's why many who practice this technique report not just physical relief, but emotional release, tears without reason, warmth without source, or a calm so deep it feels almost otherworldly. It's the body's language of healing, quiet, ancient, and wise. In his book, Energy Medicine, The Scientific Basis, James L. Oshman explains how connective tissue, the fascia, acts like a liquid crystal system, conducting energy and vibration through the body. When you apply gentle pressure to key points, that crystalline network rebalances itself. Imagine your body as an instrument slightly out of tune. Each press, each breath, each pulse of awareness is a small adjustment, a returning to harmony. Monks in Tibet once used these points to center themselves before long hours of meditation. Japanese samurai pressed them before battle to quiet fear. In Africa, spiritual dancers touch them before trance rituals to connect with ancestors. Different lands, different faiths, yet one practice, reconnecting through touch. When you pressed your own knee earlier, you may have felt a flicker of warmth, maybe a pulse, or perhaps a stillness spreading outward. That sensation is your inner current realigning. It's subtle but real, as subtle as a seed beginning to sprout underground. You may not see movement, but something ancient is waking inside you. Sometimes these points can hold memories, echoes of moments we never fully processed. A single press can release emotions buried for years. That's why this practice must always be gentle, with patience, not force. You don't command the body, you invite it. In The Healing Power of Touch, Dr. John E. Upledger described this as listening with the hands. He found that subtle manual pressure could help the body unwind trapped energy from both physical and emotional trauma, the kind of energy that words could never reach. When your fingers rest on Zusanli, you're not just stimulating a nerve, you're acknowledging your own resilience. Some call this point the 3-mile point. Legend says that weary travelers would press it when they could walk no further, and suddenly find the strength to go 3 more miles. It wasn't magic, it was memory, the body remembering that it was designed to endure, to adapt, to rise. So ask yourself, when was the last time you felt that strength inside you? Not the loud kind that shouts, but the quiet kind that keeps you moving through storms, through loss, through silence. That strength still lives within you, waiting, listening, ready. This practice is not about escaping the world. It's about returning to it with new awareness. When energy flows freely, thoughts soften, breathing deepens, and emotions lose their weight. The body becomes lighter, not because it's empty, but because it's finally balanced. As you continue to practice, notice the small shifts, how your steps feel more grounded, how your chest feels more open, how your worries seem less heavy. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the ancient circuitry is alive again, and remember, every point on your body is a doorway. You are not a collection of organs and bones. You are a network of light and memory. When you press one point, you awaken the whole. In Molecules of Emotion, Dr. Candace Pert wrote, "The body is the subconscious mind. Every cell listens, remembers, and responds. When you touch your body with awareness, you are reprogramming more than muscle. You are speaking to your entire being. Now, pause. Place your hands on your knees once again. Take one deep breath, slow and steady. Whisper softly to yourself, I remember my strength. Can you feel it? That warmth, that stillness, that quiet power rising within you? That's not imagination. That's the forgotten current of your life force, flowing again, because you chose to reconnect. So tell me in the comments, what did you feel when you pressed your knees today? And do you believe that memory can live inside the body? I want to read your story, because your story might awaken someone else's. Every great transformation begins quietly, not with lightning, not with thunder, but with a single small act done with devotion. The pressure point on your knee is that act, a moment of presence repeated each day until awareness itself becomes medicine. Each morning, before your first sip of coffee or tea, take just 2 minutes. Sit in silence. Place your thumb gently below your kneecap on that same point you learned, Zusanli. Press softly, breathe slowly. Inhale through the nose as if drawing strength from the earth. Exhale through the mouth, releasing any weight your body carries from yesterday. Do this 3 times. That's all. You'll notice that your breathing steadies faster. Your thoughts move slower. You'll stand up feeling slightly clearer. Not because something miraculous happened overnight, but because you're reteaching your body how to listen. In the book Healing and the Mind, Bill Moyers shared conversations with doctors and monks who agreed on one thing. Repetition with awareness rewires the body faster than belief without action. This practice works because it is simple, and simplicity, repeated daily, becomes power. With time, this quiet ritual begins to ripple into other parts of your life. You'll feel more patient with others. Your reactions soften. You'll sleep more deeply, wake with fewer worries. Even your digestion, often ruled by stress, starts to feel balanced again. That's the parasympathetic state, the body's natural calm returning home. Try to press the point once in the morning and once before bed. Let it be your pause between doing and being. Some days you may not feel much. Other days you might feel a wave of warmth or emotion rising. Both are signs that energy is moving, that your inner current is flowing again, and one day you'll realize that what began as a small ritual became a bridge between your body and your spirit, your effort and your ease. That's how strength grows, quietly, faithfully, like dawn returning after night. So take this practice with you and tell me, if you were to dedicate 2 minutes each day to this, what part of your life do you think would change first? Write it in the comments. Your reflection may light the way for someone else. There is a silence that follows every awakening, a stillness that feels like standing between 2 worlds. You began this journey by pressing a single point on your knee, but somewhere along the way, you pressed open a doorway within yourself. Not many realize this truth. Strength was never something to be found. It was something to be remembered. Every breath you took through this practice wasn't building something new. It was uncovering what was already sacred inside you. The ancients spoke of chi, the life force. The yogis called it prana. The mystics called it the breath of God within man. But no matter the language, they were all pointing to the same hidden current, the invisible tide that carries every heartbeat, every thought, every act of courage. And now you've learned to touch it. Each gentle press of your thumb was a prayer without words, a signal to your body, I am listening. You reconnected the circuit between mind and matter, and in doing so, you reminded your body that it is divine. When life grows heavy, as it sometimes does, you will not have to look outward for rescue. You'll simply pause, breathe, and remember where your strength lives. It's not in the world. It's not in others. It's beneath your skin, glowing softly like the first light before sunrise. You may find, as days pass, that you start to see differently. Colors may feel deeper. The air might seem more alive. Even your own reflection in the mirror might hold a quieter kind of power, because it's not the reflection that changed. It's the eyes that are finally seeing clearly. So, if you ever forget this practice, remember this truth. Your body is not just a vessel. It is an ancient temple. And every point, every breath, every pulse is a doorway to the infinite. Take this as your reminder that strength isn't something to chase. It's something to awaken. Each time your thumb meets your knee, you are not performing a technique. You are performing remembrance. Now close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm is older than your name, older than your story. It's the same rhythm that has guided saints, sages, and seekers across time. And as you open your eyes again, carry this quiet knowing with you. Let your days be gentler, your steps slower, your presence deeper, because the portal you opened today, it doesn't close. It simply waits for your return. If this practice spoke to you, stay close to this space, beyond the figure. Here we remember what the body never forgot, and together we walk the bridge between science and soul. Description: what if the strength you've been searching for isn't somewhere outside, but hidden within your own body? Ancient healers believed that energy flows like rivers beneath the skin, and when one point is touched with awareness, the entire being can awaken. In this video, we uncover the forgotten wisdom behind one sacred point on your knee, a place said to hold the key to courage, focus, and renewal. Through ancient texts, lost practices, and the hidden map of the human body, we'll explore how a single touch can reconnect you with your inner power. Take a deep breath, sit still, and ask yourself, what if your body has always remembered what your mind forgot? Where are you watching this from? Tell me in the comments below, and share how this practice made you feel after trying it. If this video helped you reconnect to your strength, imagine what tomorrow could be. Follow Beyond the Figure for more.